What's up, gamers? This is YuBan with a Mechabellum Replay commentary. Today we are once again going to highlight the Gospel build, the Rhino and Wasp in the flank build. And this time we are playing against a player who is ranked top 5 in the world, Prince Bojji, aka Woot. We decided to go with the Emp specialist, starting with Sabertooth and Hounds. I think this specialist pairs up perfectly with the Hounds, as the small amplifying cores allow us to one-shot the crawlers, making these level 1 Hounds just as efficient at clearing chaff as level 2. And with Hounds, I really enjoy playing with Sabertooth, just because these guys move forward a little bit, become perfect tanks for the Hounds to stay in the back. Prince Bojji decided to go with one of his favorite specialists, the Typhoon spec. He is known to be an amazing player with Typhoon and boats. So going into this game, we have to be aware of that. Seems like Bojji decided not to go for his traditional right side push and decided to switch things up on us, starting to push on the left side. And because of that, we ended up in this crossfire situation. Let's see if we can survive this initial tower debuff. Looks like the timing of the tower debuff worked out really well. We did not take too many casualties. We still have our Hounds left, allowing us to chaff clear efficiently, allowing this one Sabertooth to just solo level on this entire army. Look at this guy here. Probably even grabbing a level. Very close. That was a pretty good start against our opponent. Round 2 reinforcement. Opponent immediately grabbed the extended range sledgehammer, giving these sledgehammers tremendous range, making them an excellent chaff clear and also even a carry unit. While we decided to go for the shield airdrop, and because I wanted to try something funky here in the back, using the shield airdrop and then putting a Hound in the deep flank of our opponents. I find Hound to be such a fantastic unit to put in opponents' deep flank, as they require quite a bit to take care of, and they can clear opponents' chaff very effectively. But this is something that I like to do often, and I find it very effective, especially with our shield airdrop. Opponent just grabbed 2 more sledgehammers, now with less damage, but a lot more range, not even allowing our Hounds to get into the range of the crawlers before taking them down one by one. However, with our backline Hound getting in, potentially getting a tower debuff during the main battle, we might still have a chance of keeping our Sabertooth alive in this battle. Let's see. 1 tower debuff with another tower debuff. With these 2 back-to-back debuffs, looks like both of our Sabertooth are going to be able to clean up the army. And taking another round from our opponent. Going into round 3, we get unit reinforcement. Here, Sandworm could be a pretty good unit going into a sledgehammer headbutt, especially with them having less damage. Vulcan might not be so good, as we are already into Hounds. And as for air units, neither of us have upshoot right now. And out of these 2 air units, the Wasp is a clear winner if they were to face off the Phantom Ray. So in this case, the Wasp was a very clear pick for both of us. Bojji decided to put the level 3 Wasp in the back here to take down this shield airdrop and to clean up the hounds. While we thought, hey, this opponent already invested a card and 2 deployments, so now into 4 total packs of sledgehammers. I think we can go out of the air and perhaps go into some kind of air army, and that led to this level 3 Wasp in the back, and we thought potentially we could play the Gospel with rhinos in between of these Wasp. From here, we're starting to see the right side army is not doing a whole lot, and especially now with our opponent grabbing a deep flank, trying to pull our Sabertooth and the hounds back, delaying the push. Here, I initially thought about putting the Wasp right here to target the sledgehammers and take them down. Then I looked at this tower here, I thought, hey, nothing is defending it. If we put a Wasp here, by the time it warps in, we're going to get a nice tower timing. And look at this deep flank on the top here. With our hounds and crawlers making it through, even with the teleportation delay, we might be able to even clean up. Yes, we do. We clean up our opponent's level 3 Wasp in the back before a potential tower debuff, because now this tower is level 2. With our opponent not having any upshoot, our Wasp are going to have a great time cleaning up the rest of this army, and hopefully we can grab another level on these level 1 Wasp. Let's see how it goes. Seems like it's getting really close, and we do get the level, with both Sabertooth staying alive, picking up a lot of tempo against our opponent here. Round 4 reinforcement. Missile Strike seemed like the best spell right now. It's not too expensive for round 4, and with both of us going heavy into the Wasp, we can easily just missile out one of the packs. And that's exactly what we decided to do, missiling out our opponent's level 3 Wasp. However, that's not until our opponent cleverly sold out of the Wasp, recognizing that his Typhoon that got dropped for free on round 4 can take care of these guys. In the meantime, we decided to beacon our level 3 Wasp out of harm's way for a potential missile strike. Maybe our opponent recognized that, and he decided to missile out the level 2 Wasp in the opposite corner. From here, we had to decide, do we go for the Rhino right now, or do we go for more chaff? And we decided to go for a level 1 Rhino, reinforcing this back corner, recognizing our opponent's for sure going to take the level 3 Wasp very seriously. This might be a chance for us to exploit the weak side tower once again. Opponent's missile strikes down all of our Wasp, while our clever beacon trick did absolutely nothing except for taking them right into the Typhoons for a quick death. And look at how much experience these Typhoons are getting. With opponent clicking the Mech Rage last round, along with the extended range Sledgehammer, he made quick work of our ground army on the left side here. However, we were not too concerned about it, as we realized that opponent throwing a lot of resources to push onto this tower with these not so strong units. And with these units dealing very slow DPS, all we have to do is continue to level this tower, then all of a sudden this entire army worth of over 1,000 to 1,500 supplies are going to be pushing into almost nothing, while we can reinforce our flank attack. Round 5 reinforcement. Shield airdrop and laser sights are both great in our situation. Laser sight on the Wasp allows them to stay back, especially after grabbing the range enhancement. They will actually be able to outrange the Typhoons. However, in this case, we thought, you know what's better than 1 shield airdrop available? 2 shield airdrops. We recognize that opponent did not have any significant burst damage. The Typhoons are good at clearing small and medium-sized units, and these sledgehammers are nerfed by the damage. Therefore, if we drop 2 shields here, it will buy us a lot of time to allow us to put down a new round of deployment, giving them time to warp in. And that's exactly what we did. Learn from our previous mistake. Now we are recruiting level 2 rhinos, putting 1 pack right here, trying to take out the sledgehammers, and 1 right next to our level 3 wasp, recognizing this is our strongest asset. Prince Bojji decided to grab the extended range Phoenix. Now this might not seem like a very strong play at first, because you are nerfing your Phoenix damage by 20%. However, what I believe he's going to try to do is he's going to click the chart shot, essentially wiping out the nerf and allowing you just click 1 tech on your Phoenix while getting an additional damage boost. This is a very clever play, and he immediately recruited 2 level 2 Phoenixes. So we both opted for elite recruitment of the 200 supply units on this round. You can see here on the right, opponent only put down 1 level 2 arc light in this corner in attempt to slow down our push, while we have 2 packs of crawlers, a level 1 rhino, and these really strong level 2 wasp. Oh, look at these Typhoons just farming away. However, with our back corner attack pushing in, and with the rhino warping in with a small M-core, along with the armor enhancement, maybe we can turn this round around here. Let's see. It all depends on this tower timing here. Opponent's sledgehammers eventually take down the level 3 tower, and we end up taking a lot of damage on this round 5. Unit reinforcement again on round 6. Marksman is not exactly the unit we were looking for, as we don't run assault mode anymore. Farseer might be pretty good, however I thought the firing rate of Farseer might not be enough against this many units on the board. And that left us with Raiden or Sandworm. Both units, once again, fantastic into our opponent's sledgehammer. Prince Bojji decided to go for the Farseer. Let's see if he keeps it or sells it, while we went for the Raiden, lining it up right in front of these packs of level 2 sledgehammers, trying to take them out right away, thinking this might be our opportunity to push on the front side of the tower as our opponent focuses his defense, because he still has to deal with this backside tower. And I believe now with our units already warped in, we should have an easier time pushing into this tower. From here, we elite recruited another pack of Wasp and a pack of Crawler. And starting, you noticed from last round, we started to sell out of our Sabertooth because they had no units to shoot at. And we even sold out of 1 pack of Hounds to transfer the item here. I'm hoping this pack of Wasp in the back, now with range tech, can help us take out the Phoenix once it's warped in. Recognizing opponent only had 1 pack of Typhoon in the front. And look at this. Rhino getting in, almost taking out the level 2 Typhoon, And with our addition of the Raiden in the front, seems like our opponent's push has been delayed and reduced in power significantly. Now we're at no risk of getting a tower debuff, while our level 2 Rhino was able to take down the level 3 Farseer that was placed in the far back. With a Rhino and 2 Wasp left alive, our opponent once again takes the round, taking us down to close to 1000 HP. Missile Strike comes down once again, and we chose to grab it right away. While our opponent decided to grab the mass-produced Fortress. This is a great card to pick up to equip your Fortress with anti-air barrage, as the tech does not get nerfed by the mass-produce effect. This allowed our opponent to have another answer to our Wasp. However, we decided to grab the energy shield on this round because we saw this Missile Strike, and we also noticed the Missile Strike from earlier came back off cooldown. To avoid our Wasp from getting shot down in the air from these missiles, I think the energy shield was the right choice. And just so happened that this tech is going to counter our opponent's tech switch in the anti-air barrage quite well. We saw the Raiden earlier wasn't doing too much. We decided to sell out of it, hoping the opponent would overreact to it, and replace it with a Rhino, now grabbing the Wreckage Recycling, trying to restore HP equal to the enemy that they take down, hoping that these guys can stay alive for a little bit longer. From here, keep our backside push the same, reinforce the left side with one more pack of level 1 Wasp. Just trying to get these Wasps to shoot down the Phoenixes as soon as we can. And as you can see here, the shield tech works so well against our opponent's anti-air barrage, as even the level 3, now level 4 Wasp take more than 2 to 3 volleys to take down. And finally, with this nice tower debuff timing, we're able to clean up most of our opponent's damage dealing units, leaving no Phoenixes on the board. And with no Phoenixes left, I believe this level 3 Rhino with Wreckage Salvage Recycling is going to do just fine. Oh look, even our Wasp are able to take down the Typhoon. Striking back finally. Seems like our build is slowly coming online, especially as we are grabbing more and more levels. Round 8 reinforcement. Melting point is not great into so many sledgehammers in the way, unless we want to grab the energy diffraction. Vulcan, not great, as our opponent doesn't have too many chaffs in the front, and I feel like our Wasp are doing a fantastic job chaff clearing. Therefore, we also don't want the Fire Badger. From here, we thought we need some tanky bodies, and we need more damage to deal with the Fortress in the back. And we decided to grab the Sabertooth. From here, opponent has leveled this guy to the backside tower to level 3. However, with a potential level 4 Wasp and a level 3 Rhino, I don't even think a level 3 tower can hold up for much longer unless he decides to really commit to defending this side. And here is the dilemma that we're trying to create for our opponent. If he chooses to put his deployments here to try to slow down and stop this push, that means if we choose to reinforce pushing this cage, this corner here, that he's most likely going to lose the round. So it's essentially making our opponent having to choose which side to defend and which side to give up. From here, putting our Sabertooth right near the line, targeting these level 2 Typhoons and the Sledgehammers. And then we decided to put one more pack of Sabertooth in the back, trying to take out this fortress even faster. Finally, we grabbed our third tech on the Wasp, the ground specialization, tripling our damage against ground units. And you're going to see the power of this tech alongside with these high-level Wasp with items. They're just going to melt away everything on the ground. These sledgehammers don't stand a chance. Opponent decided to reinforce his defense by leveling these phoenixes and grabbing more typhoons, recognizing that you cannot target any big units if you cannot chaff clear fast enough. Just look at this. The shield is going to melt, and these level 1 mass-produced fortresses don't stand a chance against these now. Ground specialization and this level 3 tower fell at the perfect time, as we still have quite a few wasps left in the air, allowing us to clean up all the phoenix in the air and also taking down the typhoons on the ground. With this commanding lead, we're going to grab a lot of experience. Look at this, every single wasp leveled. And this should take us into the potential last round, with both of us on very low HP, with lots of units on the board. Here, the obvious choice is orbital bombardment. This will help us take down opponent's main source of DPS, the phoenixes. And this will also help our opponent take down our wasp that are in the air, which cannot be shielded. We just have to pray to the RNG god that our wasp don't get hit by too many shots of the bombardment, and the energy shield can hopefully help them stay alive for a little bit longer. From here, we just continue with this backside push, trying to taking down this level 3 tower, and we decided to also level up our weak side tower to level 3, recognizing that it's been a while since our opponent has made any attempt at pushing the right side. And from playing against Prince Bojji many times, I know that on the most crucial round, the very last round, that's when he likes to make plays like this, to essentially find a way to turn the tide by exploiting a potential weakness or gap in your opponent's board. And in our case, it was this middle area. And good thing we decided to level it to level 3. As if we get an early tower debuff in any point of this fight, we are in big trouble. Recognizing the last round, or potentially the last round, opponent missiles out all the chaff units on the sideline here, hoping for an immediate targeting on the wasp and the rhinos. However, he still hasn't leveled his tower on the right here. It's still at level 3. So without changing anything, this tower is going to fall fairly quick into this battle. And we don't really care for this backside flank pulling, as our level 2 hounds here are doing just fine. With us putting more units in the middle, distracting the Phoenix, and then also with this level 3 tower, combined with a nice tower debuff timing, seems like we're just able to push through our opponent's defense and wipe out his entire army with more than enough units left on the board to take the game. In summary, we started the game in a crossfire situation with our Sabertooth lined up and our hounds in the back for chaff clear. Recognizing our opponent decided to go heavy into the ground army with his extended range sledgehammers and the mechanical rage tech, we decided to go heavy into air, especially when we got that level 3 wasp drop. We went for this backside flank shenanigan, trying to set up the gospel play once again. From there, it became a back and forth of opponents' Typhoons clearing our Wasp, to our Wasp having the ground specialist and taking them down in return. I think the keep winning feature in this game was our early round Wasp in the back corner, constantly threatening this tower for early tower debuff. Without these tower debuff, I think we would have had a hard time breaking through our opponent's very strong defense. If you stay till the end of the video, I showcase the game from our opponent's perspective on how he could have potentially have won the round or won the game. Let's see. I hate playing against the Gospel. Absolutely hate it. Okay, let's do this. I don't think the fortresses were doing nearly enough. Or maybe they were. I want to go for some kind of tower cheese while reinforcing this tower here. Instead of going for the Phoenix, let's do this. It does run HE, great. Put it here. I need more anti-air in the back here. Typhoon's better? I don't think so. I need to clear the chaff. I need to sell something. Hurry, hurry. And put down a pack of chaff of our own. Let's hope this tower debuff can secure us the win here. Let's try it. Level 4 tower should be a lot harder to get debuffed. And that should buy time for us. Oh my god, these level 4 wasps just melting the level 4 tower. At least the tower debuff timing is not a long time. Okay, we're out of the debuff. And we get debuffed again. Shoot. That's really hard to deal with. Let's try this. Orbital bombard again. Let's grab. We need wraiths with a gun. We need to block the chaff. I don't want my wraith to get targeted right away. From here, yeah, this is such a problem right here from not defending it. Guess we just go slow down the push. Let's see. Looks like the Wraith did a fantastic job defending back here. We just needed more. Alright guys, I've replayed this round about 6 times, trying all kinds of different methods, and none of them worked out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this replay onto a Google Drive. I'll post the link in the video description below. If you can somehow figure out how to win this last round as Prince Bojji, please record something or show us how it's done. I would be very curious to learn from you. And that concludes our replay commentary for today. I hope you enjoyed the game as much as I did. Until next time.